Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. Test. Test. Okay. All right, good morning, everybody. Live from Arvada, Colorado, 7:55 local time here. Getting underway here in a few minutes, about 10-minute delay this morning. Game one of the CCM Denver tournament. We'll be playing the Lafayette Locomotive, actually the same team we played on the same day last year as the opening of this tournament as well. Locomotive were a pretty strong team last year, had a bunch of players move on, coached by Peter Senya, Kobe Baker winner, and a big name around here in the college world. He played at Colorado College down in Colorado Springs. The Locomotive have their yellow jerseys with the red shoulders and black trim. Sun Devils in the away uniforms this morning. We've got everybody in the lineup, I believe, but Cole Moyer is out for 2 to 4 weeks with an AC joint from the last game last week against the Coyotes. Practice, had 3 practices this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and a travel day yesterday. Some kids got in pretty late last night. I believe Marvin's missing his sticks, so he's got someone else's sticks in his hand this morning. This game one today. We'll be back at it. We're 7:55 Mountain Time here, 1 hour off from Arizona. Another game today at 4:55 p.m. This game was originally supposed to be at the YMCA, the home rink for the Locomotive, but the compressor went down this week, so they've actually had more games than they've had practices over the last couple weeks here. They've had some scrimmages and some games against some 18 teams and stuff, so we'll see how they are. Last year, very strong team. They won the state tournament at the 16 level here 2 years ago. Their top player, Owen Senya, is not with us. He's playing up at the Rough Riders. He was a WHL draft pick. And we're going to get underway here at center for the Sun Devils is Neubauer. He's got Glimcher and Gilmore on his wings. On defense, it's Wink and Gill. Wink gloves it down in his own zone. And puck pops out. It's delayed offsides, now waved off. Gill into the corner. Shovels it behind. Neubauer's back there to help out. Now Gilmore chases it down the corner. Locomotive have possession of the puck here in the Sun Devil zone, just underway, 14:28. Puck comes around the near side and sent out. Here's a chance for Brooks Glimcher. He brings it in, just poked away by the goaltender for the Locomotive. A nice opportunity there for Brooks Glimcher. A line change brings out Rory Weekly and Link Schwab on defense. Fitzgerald at right, and Brandt and Ishu off the bench quickly. Loose puck in the Locomotive zone. Kicked out to center, back to Weekly. Weekly backhands it over to Schwab. Schwab looking for an option here through the center, gets it to the red line, and he just tries to chip it in. It's batted in now by Fitzgerald. Locomotive now control it in the far corner. They regroup. Fitzgerald sends it around. Ishu on the chase. Puck sent up, kept in by Schwab. He sends it back in low behind goaltender Miskell. Miskell, the 2010 goaltender for the Locomotive, wearing number 14. Shot high over the glass, over the head of Argovitz. Grayson Argovitz in net for the Sun Devils here. Game one of 3 scheduled games. We'll pick up at least 4 and hopefully 5 on Sunday. Lucas Ishu down the left side. Good shot, blocker save. Miskell, a righty, and goal for Locomotive. Now loose in front. Curry trying to get a shot off, couldn't. And Locomotive take it, flip it out of their own zone back to center. And it's on defense now. Number 8, Nathan Rayhorn. Now O'Hearn has it through center. He's pushed from behind, falls down. Regroup, poke check by Curry. It's going to come over to O'Hearn. He's got Curry going down the middle. He falls. You have to chase his skates here. He's down twice in the last 20 seconds. In the corner is Marvin. He's pulled down, and he's going to get a penalty, I believe, for a holding call. So delayed call. Miskell heads to the bench. Locomotive going to be quickly on briefly 6-on-5 here, and O'Hearn touches up. So the Sun Devils will go on the PK right off the bat here. 12:08 in the first. Marvin's going to head to the box. And we'll see the Locomotive power play and the Sun Devils penalty kill. Faceoff will come down to our left, and either to the left or right of Argovitz. Penalty kill unit looks to be Curry and Stroud up front. Sun Devils with the 5D in the lineup here temporarily. We'll see if Coach Coyne moves anybody back, as Moyer, as I said earlier, is out for a couple weeks here. Rayhorn sends it out, up and out, all the way back, and it's going to roll, taken by DeJack for the Locomotive. Janella, easy names to see on the red and white, or red and yellow for Locomotive. Locomotive bringing the line, shot in on pad saved by Argovitz. Sent hard around and out again nicely by the Sun Devils. Locomotive regroup, a couple drop passes through center. They pick up some speed down the left side. Played by O'Hearn, shot in, save. Argovitz with the save, and now it's sent out quickly by Stroud. So they've burned off 1 minute and 20 seconds so far. 40 seconds left on the penalty to Marvin. And Locomotive come up ice again here over the red line. On defense, it's Gill and Winkheimer. And Brandt's going to pick it up here with a chance down the right side. Tries to pull inside, poke checked. Taken away now by Wilson for Lafayette. He's over through center. Trying to do it all himself. Gets himself into the corner. Played by Gill. Fitzgerald and Brandt are the forwards. Fitzgerald's got it here. He's going to have Brandt scooting down the middle. Takes it over the blue line. Leaves it for Brandt. Brandt goes for the shot. It's off a skate of a Locomotive player. Sun Devils back to 5-on-5. Puck comes back out to center to Slick Peck. Slick over to Winkhammer. A little too far. No icing call. We'll get some new lines out here. It's going to be Neubauer and Schaefer with Peck up front. Wink and Gill on defense. Puck trickles in on Argovitz. He covers it up. We'll have a face-off inside the Sun Devils end. 10:05 just underway here. Game 1 of the CCM Denver Showcase just north of Denver in Arvada, Colorado. Off the face-off, puck comes into the corner. Rory Weekly sends it, tries to go back behind the net. It hits the back of the net. Does make its way over to Schwab in the corner. Schwab stick checking with Weekly. Weekly, nice body behind the net. Loose puck out in front. Shot over the head of Argovitz off the back glass. Picking up by Neubauer. Neubauer up to Peck. Peck down the near side, sends it in. It flips it in the far corner behind goaltender Miskell. Neubauer pinches down, shovels it back low down to Peck. Peck out front. And Corbin Schaefer tried to get a stick on it. He couldn't. Here comes Locomotives the other way. They go for a line change. Peck's off as well. He switches off with Gilmore. Gilmore jumps on. Gilmore, Neubauer, and Schaefer. Weekly and Schwab. And we're going to have a penalty coming up on Lafayette Locomotive as a hooking call. So we'll see power play now for the Sun Devils. Two-rink facility here. A nice cool morning, around 42 degrees. Two-rink facility, home of the Arvada youth program. About 15 miles northwest of Denver. Denver Airport, as usual, was a shit show for everybody coming in this late last night. Some people not getting cars. And, of course, Always 2 hours to get out of that airport. Shot in on net by Schwab off the power play. Have another face-off here. To the right. Goaltender missed goal. O'Hearn at center, Glimcher on the right, Gilmore far left, Weekly and Schwab up top. O'Hearn takes face-off, loses it, goes into the corner, plays the body, gets some help from Gilmore, trying to fish it out there, and Glimcher comes in as well, tries to send it around, goes behind the net. O'Hearn pivots, and he's going to bounce it up towards Schwab. Schwab back down to O'Hearn. Schwab over to Weekly. Rory Weekly got some space. Fans on it, goes into the corner, and sent Howard all the way around. Schwab's going to come over for it, sends it back down low to Gilmore. Gilmore nursing an injury, missed some practice time this week. Back in the lineup here this morning. Gilmore off the far wall, cross to O'Hearn, and right through the stick of Weekly. It comes all the way back down. Schwab's going to have to hurry for it. He gets there first, sends it up, bounce pass. Gilmore on the far wall, circles to center. Justin Gilmore down the right side. Nice drop pass. AJ Brandt, his shot was blocked off a pad, goes to the far side, and the puck comes back out to center. Max Strad sends it back to Rayhorn. Rayhorn up to Strad. Strad down the left side, shot in, pad save, loose in front, and sent all the way down. Argovitz is going to play it. 10 seconds left on the power play for the Sun Devils. Rayhorn has it behind Argovitz. Argovitz in net for the second time. I believe last game was Chesley. I called him Chelsea. It's Chesley, so made that correction. And Fitzgerald gets a stick on it. No icing. Ishu plays it behind the net. He's kind of in a little bit of a headlock. Gets out of it up top to Rayhorn. Rayhorn shot loose in front. And went off a skate and onto the stick of Fitzgerald. He got a shot off. It was saved by Miskell. And another shot attempt here, taken away by the Locomotive. And through center, it's a one-on-one shot wide of Argovitz into the corner. Sent out in front off the stick of Argovitz, now near side. 5-on-5. Stroud up hard off the skate and chipped out by Brandt. Brandt forechecking now near side. Puck sent all the way back down to Rayhorn. Rayhorn goes for a long pass, looking for Ishu. Too far, played by Miskell, no icing. Sun Devils get a line change out. Curry, Neubauer, and Marbin up front. And then Gill and Winkhammer on defense. Good forechecking by Marbin. Loose puck. Neubauer back down low into the corner. Marbin. You can't stay with it, but now Curry. Curry and Winkhammer at center battle for it. Lends up on the stick of Neubauer. Neubauer over the line. Drop pass. Wink. Shot. Score! Grayson Winkhammer come in on the drop pass from Neubauer and ripped it right under the glove side. A right-handed glove of goaltender Miskell. Sun Devils get the first goal by defenseman Grayson Winkhammer. Line change is going to send out Schaefer, Peck, and Schaefer will be left wing. Let's see, O'Hearn and Peck. On defense, it's Gillen, the goal scorer, Winkhammer. I believe that's his first goal of the year, 2010 birth year. Playing up on the 16s. Gill back for it behind Argovitz. Backhands it, skates up with it, leaves it for Peck. Peck, nice pass up to Chase O'Hearn. Now Peck picks up the loose puck and tries to push it forward, taken away by Lafayette. Back for it, Wink. Wink to O'Hearn. O'Hearn, nice sauce pass up to Peck, just over his stick into the corner. Now he gets it back, sends it out in front, and shot by O'Hearn. Corbin was there for the rebound, couldn't get a stick on it. Now far corner, O'Hearn and Schaefer. Schaefer gives it to Peck, back to Schaefer. Schaefer up hard to Wink. Wink sends it down low into the corner. Corbin plays the body. Now far side. Kept in on the wall by O'Hearn. Now puck up top to Gill. Good hard shot blocker saved by Miskell. Winkhammer comes down low again. Wink behind. Tries to wrap around. The pad save was there. Loose and now covered up on the far post. Good pressure by the Sun Devils. Line change brings out Glimcher, Gilmore, and Brandt. Brandt will be the center. Glimcher on the right, Gilmore on the left. Up top, it's the Weekly Schwab defensive pairing. I believe Sun Devils still going with the 5D. There was talk of moving back either Strad or O'Hearn, depending on the game. Altitude, obviously, a factor here for the Sun Devils, not for Lafayette, as they are the local team. Loose puck right off the draw. Lafayette able to scoot through and down into the Sun Devils' end. Gilmore leaves it for Schwab. Schwab tried to find Brandt on the far side. Now puck behind goaltender Argovich, chipped out off the stick of Gilmore, no icing. Miskell's going to come out and play it. Leaves it for Glimcher. Glimcher's got Gilmore trailing. If he can get it to him, flips it out in front. It's going to be on the stick of Brandt. Gets a shot off and covered up by Miskell. Lafayette goes for a full change, and Coach Richie Coyne says, I'll do that as well, at least with the forwards. So Fitzgerald left, Neubauer, number 12 in the middle. Now Ishu's going to switch up with Neubauer. Ishu on the far wall, 97. Fitzgerald, 34, and number 12, Neubauer at center. Face off won by Lafayette. They send it around the near side corner. Now backhanded out to center. Weekly over to Schwab. Up to Ishu. Ishu over the blue line, down into the circle. He tried to get a shot off with stick checked. Now he picks up the loose puck. Had Glimcher on the back door, couldn't quite get to him. And back come Locomotives with some speed here into the far corner. Schwab, nice stick check and the body. Neubauer comes down low as the center. And then Ishu tried to flip it out. It does make it out. Fitzgerald picks it up. Fitzgerald down the left side. Takes the shot. Pad save. Kicked all the way out to the blue line and just kept in by Ishu. Sends it down low to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looked for the centering pass. Picked off by Lafayette. They send it all the way down. It's going to be an icing call if it gets there. And they wave it off. That's about the fourth icing they've waved off here already. And now an exit pass, O'Hearn. O'Hearn 1-on-3, takes the shot and gobbled up by Miskell. Refs playing the playoff format, move it along, no whistles, and get to the next game. I imagine most of these refs doing multiple games a day here. Face off will be the left of Miskell inside the Locomotive end. O'Hearn wins it to Curry. Curry up top to Rayhorn. Rayhorn shoots it through the legs of O'Hearn, and it was saved by Miskell. Curry in the corner, waiting for some help. O'Hearn comes in, 2-on-2 in the corner. O'Hearn comes out with it, chips it up forward, bouncing puck off the skate of Strad. So Strad is jumping in on some defense here. Now it's a 2-on-1 against Rayhorn. Shot over the head of Argovitz, and that puck whistles all the way around the near side. Curry, there's a delayed call here. Nope, delayed offside, so play continues. And now puck comes up to center. Long pass across for the Locomotive. Stroud plays him into the corner. Centering pass out in front under the stick of Brandt. He almost one-timed it home, but he took it into the corner. Puck comes out. Curry able to get it out now. Here comes Brandt. Brandt down the right side. If he can get it around the defenseman, he's poke checked into the corner. Loose puck stays with on his forehand, sends it to Curry. Curry far side, he's got Schaefer in front, sends it up top to Gill. Gill tries to go for the quick shot attempt, and off the stick of Brandt, kept in by Wank up top, down low to Schaefer. Curry goes for the change, centering pass off the stick of Brandt and out of the zone. Gill lost a footing there and able to stay with it. Magnus Gill, a new player for the 16s. He also plays for the Pinnacle Division I high school team at home. At some point, everybody will be racing home Sunday night to try to catch their high school game. Faceoff's going to come outside the Sun Devils' end. 1:59 left to go. 1-0 is the score on the goal by Grayson Wenkhammer. Brandt's got the face-off here. He's got Corbin Schaefer and Slick Peck to his right. Loose puck back to Brandt. Brandt, Schaefer, Schaefer to Gill. Gill over the red line, dumps it in. And Brandt goes for the line change. Peck on the forecheck. Puck comes up to the near side wall and flipped out, glove down and into the Locomotive box. We'll have a face-off just in front of us here. With 1:38 left in the first, Sun Devils have a 10-shot advantage on the Locomotive. They have 5. Face-off's going to move back to center. Neubauer is going to take it. Peck and Schaefer are the wings. And back to Gill on defense. Gill to Weinkammer. Nice centering pass. Neubauer through center. And we're going to be offsides here as Peck couldn't hold up at the blue line. He was kind of pushed off sides. Face off will be outside the Locomotive end. O'Hearn's at center, Peck right, and Neubauer left. So a little bit, lines are a little jumbled up here. If Stroud went back on defense, we'll be running 3 centers with the 4 sets of wings here. Neubauer down the right side. Puck sent all the way around, far corner, O'Hearn. Gilmore. Gilmore tries to stay with it. Locomotive comes out with it. And Glimsher, loose puck everywhere. O'Hearn sends it in off a skate and sent all the way down. That'll be icing. As Wink goes back for it, this time they blow it down and face off come all the way back down to our right. Lining up in offensive zone here is O'Hearn at center, Glimsher on the left, Gilmore on the right, Weekly and Schwab up top. Right off the face-off, puck trickles in on Miskell. Covers it up, we'll do it again. This time won by O'Hearn, back to Weekly. He's got some space, backhands it in, and picked off by Locomotive. Nice hit. Gilmore's going to pick up a roughing call here. That's pretty weak. So Gilmore to the box and kind of went after the smallest kid on the Locomotive there, and ref was there for what I would say is a pretty weak roughing call. Face-off and the penalty kill will begin down to our left. 31.5 left in the period. The 1:30 penalty up on the board, so a minute and a half penalties here in this tournament. I believe there's an ice cut after 2. Shot in on Argovitz off the stick into the far corner. Weekly trying to fish it out, and they Locomotive have to retreat here. They regroup at center. Send it in, 2 seconds off the stick of Argovitz in the wall behind, and that'll do it in the first. We'll begin the second. 59 seconds left on the Gilmore penalty, and the Sun Devils with the 1-0 lead. After a little bit of an extended break, we're back. Sun Devils will begin the penalty kill with Gilmore in the box. As I said earlier, this is the opening game of the CCM Denver in the same matchup as last year against the Lafayette Locomotive that Scott Passmore just told me looks like a DHL truck for their uniforms. So Fitzgerald hard on the. We got a delayed call here. So Fitzgerald is working pretty hard here right in front of us. Ref came up. It's going to be an cross-checking call. So we're going to see 4 and 4 for 41 seconds, assuming no other infractions. Gilmore will jump out in 41 seconds. We'll go 4 on 4 face off inside the Locomotive end. It'll be Brandt and Fitzgerald, Weekly and Schwab for the 4. Sun Devils, Coach Senya for Locomotive sends out one more. Face off won by Lafayette. Loose pass up around. It's played down low now to Schwab. He backhands it. Kept in by Lafayette. Shot in. Blocker save. Argovitz. Schwab on his forehand. Trying to get some space. Shovels it over to Weekly. Weekly long pass off the stick of Fitzgerald. Bouncing puck now picked up by Brandt. Brandt hard across to Schwab. Leaves it for Brandt. Brandt tries to chip it in. Kept in by Schwab. Now back out to center and sent all the way down as the penalty to Gilmore expired just in time, so no icing there. Sun Devils on the power play. It's Gilmore, Fitzgerald, Brandt, Weekly, and Schwab. Weekly stands up his man, taken away by Schwab, and now sent back in off the skate of Weekly. Loose puck. Schwab having some trouble getting control of it this time. Weekly backhands it up to nobody. And Fitzgerald trying to poke it out, sent back in, tipped and off the stick of Argovitz in the back glass. 8 seconds left on the power play here, and finally Brandt, long pass too far. That'll be icing as the penalty expires. Will be 5 on 5 back inside the Sun Devil end. O'Hearn, Curry, and Stroud. Let's see, Stroud's going to be the defenseman here. He's going to go back. So we'll have Marvin, Curry, and O'Hearn up front with Rayhorn and Max Stroud. Sun Devils running 6D at this point. Stroud, the forward, playing back. O'Hearn on the faceoff. Won by Lafayette into the corner. Centering pass blocked by O'Hearn, picked up by Stroud. Stroud up to Marvin. Marvin chips it in back behind Miskell. Curry and Marvin in the corner. Marvin chips it to Curry. Curry comes out of the corner. Loose puck now kicked up top. Rayhorn down low to Marvin. Now far side, Locomotive trying to get it out of their own zone. They exit pass all the way up to center and played nicely by Stroud. They send it all the way around the far side. O'Hearn now backhanded out, intercepted. O'Hearn's going to go back into the corner for it. Marvin couldn't get it out. Loose puck. Curry got a stick on it, not quite out. Long shot. It caught Locomotive player up high and now sent all the way down by Rayhorn and an icing call. Exhausted group there. They're unable to get the puck out. Get a full line change here. 23 Gill and Wink on defense, number 9. At center, probably be Neubauer here. Schaefer and Peck are the wings. Wink camera in the corner. Throws his body. Pushes it up to Peck. A little too far. Shot in on Argovitz, and he gloves it down, and we'll have another face-off to his right. Neubauer will line up with Janela at center, one by Locomotive, just kept in on the blue line. And now this time puck comes out, Peck backhanded through the middle, picked off by Lafayette. Corbin stick checks, and now puck comes back to Gill. It's in his feet, he finds it, tries to skate up with it. His pass through center, or through his own zone was picked off. Shot went over the net. Now Schaefer left side, red line, dumps it in. Peck first, down on the forecheck, into the corner. Leaves it out front now to Neubauer. Neubauer couldn't get a shot off. Puck's loose in front again. Schaefer had a shot, couldn't quite pull the trigger, and covered up by Miskell. The full line change, both teams, 10 skaters switch out. We're going to get Gilmore, Brandt, and Glimsher. Brandt should be the center. On defense, Rory Weekly right, and Link Schwab, 22 left. Face off won again by Locomotives. Schwab pitches down the left side, able to keep it in, sends it hard all the way behind Miskell. Glimsher's getting hooked in the corner, leaves it for Gilmore. Gilmore on his forehand in the near corner, comes up, centering pass, looking for Brandt, too far, going to come all the way back. Weekly races back for it. Chips it around the wall, and Glimsher chased his man down. Loose puck now sent in on Argovitz, kicked into the corner. Glimsher takes a hit. Now Weekly collects it behind Argovitz. Rory Weekly skates right in front of his own net. Centering pass out through the middle to Gilmore. Now Gilmore again. Down the left side, takes a bump. And Lafayette sends a long exit pass. Would have been a breakaway. Bouncing puck over the stick. And icing will be the call. See Ishu, O'Hearn, and need one more here. We got looks like Fitzgerald on the right. Rayhorn and Strad up top. O'Hearn on the faceoff. Left side Ishu. One by O'Hearn, touched by Ishu, back to Strad. Strad down low. Fitzgerald centering pass to Ishu. His shot was blocked. Now in the far corner. Puck chips up. Ishu covers up top. Makes a move. Steps inside two players. Inside. Leaves it for O'Hearn. Got a shot off well wide. This time tipped in front over the head of Miskell into the far corner. Rayhorn able to bat it down low now to Fitzgerald. Looks to shovel it out in front, didn't get there. O'Hearn got a stick on it, sent it up to Rayhorn, bounced over his stick. Rayhorn's gonna come back for it with some pressure. Leaves it for Strad. Strad, his pass was tipped, but onto the stick of O'Hearn. O'Hearn right side, cuts to the middle, backhands it over to Strad, just a little too far off of his stick. And off the near post into the corner. Now puck comes up top. Slap shot. Rayhorn blocked. Rolling puck collected by Strad up to O'Hearn. Now Ishu. Ishu tries to snap it off. It goes into the corner and deflection. Windkammer is out there on defense with Strad. Puck comes all the way down on Argovitz. He covers it up. We'll have a face-off to our right. Still 1-0 is the score on the first period goal by Grayson Windkammer. 8:50 left to go in the second. Marvin, Curry, and Neubauer, Gill, and Wink. Gill behind his own net, loses it, now pushes it, tries to get it across, D-to-D pass to Windkammer. Loose puck in front, Argovitz was looking for it. It's puck's come across his crease 3 different ways, but thankfully not in the net. Gill loses his stick, tries to kick it forward. Centering pass and mishandled by the Locomotive. Gill's got his stick. He's back in front. Windcammer puts some pressure on behind the net. Throws his man down. No call. 2-on-2 in the corner. Now center on the far side. Curry's going to pinch over for it. Now played in the corner by Gill. Looks like a power play here for Locomotives, but we are 5-on-5, 8 minutes to go in the second. Still controlled, centering pass through some traffic. It's loose in front. And now Gill backhands it out softly. If it gets to icing, it will be an icing call. But it gets out of the zone. We'll have another face-off to the right of Argovitz. Peck, Brandt, Schaefer, Weekly, and Strad. Nope, Schwab. Weekly and Schwab on defense. Brandt takes the face-off, won by Locomotive. Loose puck in the corner. Centering pass, shot wide of Argovitz, near side. Schaefer backhands it through the center, picked off, and Locomotive not able to get a shot off. Brandt swoops in low for it, gets it out, back to center, and long chip pass up to Locomotive. They're over the blue line. Now they hold off, and they do touch up very close. And now a shot in. Argovitz makes the glove save, rebound, and a nice juicy rebound out front. Argovitz had it off the glove. It popped out. And Locomotive tie it up here with 7:11 left in the second. O'Hearn, Glimsher, and Gilmore. O'Hearn at center. Strad, 57, left D, and Rayhorn at right. Puck comes back into the Locomotive zone, played by Miskell. And quick exit pass. Now loose puck, Gilmore. Gilmore chips it in. He's going to chase it. That's O'Hearn, sorry. O'Hearn down, chases in himself. Now Gilmore on the near side. Sends it up top to Strad. Strad all the way across. Rayhorn played it. Pushes his man down. Stays with it. Sent out in front. And it pops up and gloved down by Miskell. O'Hearn lines up at center. Back to Rayhorn. Rayhorn tries to send it down low. Sent around by the Locomotive. Strad pinches down, able to keep it in on the half wall. O'Hearn on his backhand, sends it out in front off the back of the net. Chips it around the far side corner, rolls along the dasher, and sent up and out all the way down. That should be icing. Puck rolls in, down past the right goal line of Argovitz. That'll bring up some fresh bodies across the board here. Neubauer, Ishu, and Fitzgerald, Wink, and Gill. Neubauer, number 12 at center. Won by Locomotive, and they send a pass through the skate of Gill, so no icing. Windcammer leaves it back for Gill. Gill stays with it, backhands it up the far side wall, kept in. Now in the corner, low to high, and now kicked out, kicked up to the Locomotive defenseman. He sends it back in. Gill near side, tries to skate it out. He can't. Puck comes all the way across the far side. Fitzgerald chips it forward. It's Neubauer. Neubauer cuts the middle. Low shot on net. Rebound in front and covered up in the blue paint by Miskell. Three round robin games here will lead to a semifinal for the top two teams in each side. The two sides, 4 teams in each pool, I guess. Got to be in the top 2 to advance to a meaningful game on Sunday morning, which would be the semifinals. And then finals Sunday afternoon. Consolation games for teams 3 and 4 in each pool. Locomotive take it behind Argovitz. We've got a delayed call coming up, I believe, on Gill, as there's a player lying down to the left behind Argovitz. I believe it's going to be a slashing call. Let's see. It's going to be Magnus Gill. He's strolling over to the. It's going to be a 2 and 10, as the ref is calling for another player to hit from behind, 2 and a 10. So that's going to deplete the defensive corps for the Sun Devils. Well, down to 4D, and I assume Strad will stay back there now with the injury to Moyer. Penalty kill. So it's a 2 and 10, but at 130 penalties in this tournament, it looks like. So it'll be a 130 and 10. On the penalty to Gill, I believe it's Peck that's going to serve the minute and a half, but we will not see Gill until well into the third period. O'Hearn and Curry are the killers up front. Schwab and Weekly. Weekly's going to take it here and sends it all the way down. Again, for those of you just joining us early in the year, the USA Hockey rule changes are that you can now ice the puck again, like it used to be the old way 5 years ago. And there is touch-up offside, so these boys can send the puck down on the penalty kill. But this time it's icing the other way. Faceoff will come down to our left. 1:02 left on the penalty to Gill, being served by, I think it's Peck over there across the way. And if it is, he's with his dad, who is manning the penalty box here this morning. Face off to the left of Miskell, Curry and O'Hearn. And puck comes out past Weekly on defense. He's got Schwab. Long pass, Curry lets it go, and no icing. Played by Miskell. A little confusion here by the Locomotives as they eventually get into sent out. Weekly trying to send it out. He can't get a stick on it. Got a loose guy in front, backdoor. Schwab physical, and O'Hearn rips it down, and everybody going ducking into the Sun Devil bench, but puck's up and out. Wednesday night's practice, we worked on a aggressive power penalty kill. We'll see if we use that. I saw a little bit there, but Locomotives weren't able to really set up. I like the aggressive penalty kill if we use it here. And it looks like we're doing it. So another turnover here by Locomotives will send it down. And we've got 15 seconds left on the Gill penalty, being served by Peck. More confusion here on the face-off, or on the power play for the Locomotives. They send it all the way back in, rolls behind Argovitz. Strahd's going to get there first. He's going to eat it in the corner here as Peck's out of the box. He'll join. Puck comes all the way down. It's going to be on Miskell, so no icing now. We're back to 5-on-5. And a loose puck. Gilmore almost able to step away with it. Brandt sends it back around, and Sun Devils get a line change in. So we get Brandt and Gilmore, and Glimcher now on the forecheck. Strad and Rayhorn on defense. Strad, nice back check. Gets a stick up and out off the stick of Glimcher. Picked up by Brandt. Brandt 2-on-1. He's got Gilmore. Brandt down the left side. Nice pass across. Gilmore went for another back pass for Brandt. Wide open net. Goaltender Miskell was way out in the corner, but couldn't quite get a shot off. And that's offsides as the far Locomotive player stepped over, couldn't get his foot back. 2:53 left in the second. 1-1 is the score. Shots almost even. Sun Devils up 12-11 in the shot category. Neubauer at center. Schaefer near side. And Peck on the right. On defense, it's Wink and Schwab. Schwab goes for an exit pass off this pad of Neubauer, and then Locomotive's able to get a shot off of that. Bouncing puck ends up on the stick of Wink. Wink's going to skate it up himself, right-handed defenseman. Sends it in off a Locomotive player, so no icing. Schaefer on the forecheck. Puck comes up the left wall. Now up to center. Neubauer back for it. D to D behind the net to Wink. He reverses it well back to Schwab. Schwab, Schaefer. Schaefer takes a bump on the near wall. Loose puck out in front. And Wink trying to backhand it out. Can't. Kept in. And a little extra by a Locomotive player shoving Wink in the back. No call. And let's see. Peck got a stick on it. Puck deflected out to neutral zone. Now a quick transition. Locomotive's down. Wilson down. Cuts inside. Argovitz without his stick. Windkammer shovels it over to him. Trying to get him his stick out in front as he's trying to play the game. He gets the puck, sends it all the way down. Icing call. It's okay. In a matter of 1 second, Wink was able to get back Argovitz's stick and also send it down to get the line change. So we've got, I believe, Strahd still back on defense with now Weekly, O'Hearn at center, and then Fitzgerald and Ishu lined up as the wings in front of the net. Puck goes in the corner. Strahd tried to find Weekly, lost his footing behind the net. Strahd in the corner on the forecheck. Centering pass taken away by Rory Weekly. Touch pass from Ishu looking for Fitzgerald. Now puck sent back in. No icing. It was tipped. Weekly bounces it off the back of the net. Now Fitzgerald tries to get it out on the far side. He can't. Kept in again and sent down into the corner. Weekly back for it again. 1 minute to play here in the second period. 1-1 is the score. Bounce pass up and a lot of touch passes here. And now Ishu tried to slide through the middle. He would have had a breakaway. Couldn't quite stay with it. Weekly sends it all the way back behind Miskell, played by Locomotive. Fitzgerald in the corner with Ishu. O'Hearn's going to chase it down the far corner. Stays with it. Chase O'Hearn. Comes out. Sends it out in front of Ishu. Ishu shot. Score! Good work down low by all three forwards. First on the near corner, and then Chase O'Hearn able to come out, finds Lucas Ishu, and he rolled out of the circle, snapped it over the blocker of Miskell, and the Sun Devils now have the 2-1 lead on their 13th shot of the game. Brandt's going to line up at center. Curry right. Marvin left. Puck goes forward. Off the face-off, Schwab and Rayhorn on defense. Brandt goes back into the corner. Pushes it forward off the stick of Marvin. Now Curry. Curry chases it down into his own zone. Brandt's behind him. Taken away by the Locomotive. And Curry steals it. Sends it out in front to Brandt. Over to Marvin. Marvin loose in front. And nobody could bang it home. It's still loose, bouncing around in front. Another shot bouncing in the paint. And as the buzzer sounds, Sun Devils had about 3 chances there to send it home. But Miskell covered it up right at the buzzer, and that's going to end the second period. I believe there's an ice cut after 2. It does look like the Sun Devils are heading to the locker room here, so double check that. Yep, Zamboni doors are open, so we'll be back here in about 15 minutes. It's 8:45 local time here in Arvada, Colorado. We'll be back for the third period here in just a bit.
This is also like takeaway, so you can watch this from the beginning. Like if all my wife's asleep right now. Yeah, it's like a 5-10 second delay. Do you have the link right now? Yeah, I too. Yeah. Mindy's got Oh yeah. It's much better live more, bro. Oh yeah. You guys are great. Oh, he's amazing.
Way better the last two games than the first game.
Thank you for saying our last name correctly.
Argovitz.
Argovitz. That's a hard one. I thought it was wine. I thought it was wine camp. I thought it was wine camp. Wine camp. Our minds he's like Argonauts, or that was a good second period. I was getting scared that that puck was whack-a-mole in front of Gray for about 30 seconds. They got to clear it. I don't mind icing to go with that because what it does is it
All right, we're back. Third period, almost underway. 5-on-5, fresh ice cut. Always want to win the first game of a tournament, and that's where we are. Game one, CCM Denver, third period, 2-1 to score. Magnus Gill still in the box, serving the back half of his 2-10 from the first period. We'll see him maybe in about 6 or 7 more minutes. Max Stroud's on defense, filling in. And here comes Fitzgerald. Shot in, pad, save, and Ishu is right there for the rebound. A great shot on the pad by Fitzgerald. Stroud backhands it in. Fitzgerald, Ishu, and Brandt up front right now with Rayhorn and Stroud on defense. Ishu is hooked, and it's going to pull a delayed call here as the Sun Devils should go on the power play. Hooking call as Ishu is sliding around on the fresh ice. Or is that Fitzgerald that was down? But either way, Locomotive's going to the box, and we'll have a power play right off the bat here in the third period. Brandt, Ishu, and Fitzgerald will stay out, and Rayhorn and Stroud on defense. That'll be the power play unit. Brandt wins it back to Rayhorn. Rayhorn backs up, walks the line across to Stroud. Stroud shot in, pad save, it's loose in front. Rebound, kick save again by Miskell. And Rayhorn down low, Brandt. Brandt cross ice off the stick of Stroud. He's able to poke it back down in the corner. Collected by Ishu. Ishu to Brandt. Brandt on the half wall. Near side up top. Rayhorn. Rayhorn shot well over the head of Miskell off the back glass. Down low now. All the way around to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald kicks it across to Ishu. Ishu sent it out front. And we're going to another delayed call here as Brandt got a shot off, but Ishu is going to get called for, I believe, either a slash or a hooking call. So he'll join Gill in the box. It'll be 4-on-4. Face-off will be all the way down to the left. 41 seconds left on the penalty to Lafayette, and 1:30 up on the board for Ishu. 13:46 in the third. 2-1 is the score. Sun Devils with the lead. O'Hearn wins the face-off back to Weekly. Weekly around to Schwab, and it's up to center. Curry and Schwab on the far side. O'Hearn comes over to help out. 4-on-4. Curry on the poke check and steals it. Curry cuts inside, couldn't get a shot off. He was attacked by 3 players. He stays with it, moves it up to O'Hearn. O'Hearn misfires on the shot. Loose puck, almost came back to Curry. Now the Locomotives come back out in their DHL uniforms. Loose puck, Curry holds up, past center to O'Hearn. Tries to pull inside, backhanded in on Miskell. He's hooked, and that's going to delay. Pull up another call here. No delay. It was immediate as the Locomotives touched up. So we're going to go to 4-on-3 as Locomotives will put another one in the box. So we'll have 4-on-3 now for 9 seconds. Locomotives will get back 1 player, and then we'll be back 4-on-4. So quick power play here in the Locomotive end. O'Hearn and Curry, Weekly, and Schwab. O'Hearn pushes it forward, now sends it all the way up top to Schwab. Schwab, plenty of room, walks in, shot off the stick of Miskell into the netting. And that's just enough to get the penalty expired for the Locomotive. So 4-on-4 now. Neubauer is going to jump out. Some Devils are going to have to send somebody back. So the forwards are going to swap out here. O'Hearn and Curry come in. Neubauer and Glimsher, 4-on-4 with Weekly and Schwab on defense. 38 seconds left on the penalty to Ishu. And then, assuming no more penalties, we'll have another power play with 1:22 left on the Locomotives. Quick shot off the draw. Kick saved by Miskell. Now chipped up and out. And Schwab rumbles back for it into his own zone. Sends it hard all the way around. Glimsher tries to get a stick on it to get it out. He couldn't. Sent back in off the skate of Schwab. He kicks it forward and skates up with it. Gets to the red line, sends it in. New ice. Puck flies around the near side. Neubauer pinched off behind Miskell. And now 4-on-4 play comes up to center. Centering pass right in, and the stick and the puck both came to Argovitz. Grayson Argovitz at the same time. He was able to make the save on both. And now Ishu's out of the box, so we're 5-on-4 power play Sun Devils. Ishu left side down with some speed. Everyone else goes for a change. He's going to have to hold up and wait for some help. Pulls it inside the wall. Peck is out. Weinkammer now up top. Stroud shot on net, tipped by A.J. Brandt and off the shoulder of Miskell. And now chipped back out. Weinkammer is going to come back for it. On his forehand, moves it quickly up a little too far for Stroud. He got a stick on it, but he was on the wrong side of the red line, so we'll have an icing call. 1 second left on the penalty to the Locomotive, so we'll be 5-on-5 right after the face-off here. Face-off to the left of Argovitz. Brandt will take the face-off with Travis for Lafayette. Shot blocked. 5-on-5 as Locomotive get their player back. Here's Brandt. Brandt over the red line. Long shot blocked off the pad of the defenseman. Another centering shot went wide of the net. Far side corner. It's Schaefer, Peck, and Brandt up front with Weinkammer and Stroud. Stroud, quick shot, glove down by the right-handed Miskell. Brandt, one of the rolling three centers here through these 4 sets of wings. As Stroud is back on defense. Brandt, shot, blocked in front, rebound. Peck got a stick on it, shot just wide of the net. Schaefer and Brandt in the corner. Peck in to help out, comes up to Wink. Wink shot hard and pad save into the corner. Schaefer and Brandt trying to dig it out again. Brandt stays with it. Schaefer, stick check. Peck comes across and Stroud regroups. Wink back to Stroud. They got some space. Stroud over the red line, blue line, and Brandt was delayed coming out of his own zone, so offsides. And we'll have a face-off all the way across. That brings out the Curry right wing and Marvin on the left, and then Chase will center these wings. 5-on-5, Weekly and I believe Rayhorn. Puck comes back, Weekly's got it himself over the blue line, slashed a little bit, takes it in, keeps it in down low, far side corner, Marvin. Marvin bumped off the puck, loose puck in front, Curry picks it up, chips it in the corner, gets some help from Marvin. Curry upended his guy, no call, and a centering pass comes too far for Weekly. He comes back in his own zone, Curry. Curry back to Rayhorn. Back to the middle through Marvin. Marvin down the near side, over the blue line on his backhand, cuts inside. Loose puck, Curry shot, blocked in front, and sent all the way down. No icing, rolling puck. Rayhorn goes back for it. Tries for the centering pass just behind O'Hearn. Touch pass Curry to Marvin, now back to Curry. Curry gets the blue line, chips it in. And a nice hit by Marvin. And the puck rolls back to Gill. Gill back in action. He was serving a 10-minute part of his misconduct, so he's down the left wing now. Magnus Gill, quick hard shot, blocker save. It's left in front, taken away by Locomotives. And through a line change comes a couple of Locomotives here, but Neubauer is out there. Long pass, a little too far, no icing. Again, they're kind of that playoff format. Let the delay call definitely coming up here as I believe it's going to be a tripping or a booking call. It's going to be on Glimcher. He took a man out right in front of goaltender Miskell. Well, if that was an icing call, we wouldn't have had a penalty, but Glimcher goes to the box, and Grayson Argovitz will have a face-off, looks like to his left. We either have a timeout here or just a slow go getting the Lafayette power play unit out. A little confusion. They only got 3 guys. Here comes 2 more. So power play unit out for Locomotives. Neubauer at center. Gilmore is the other forward on defense. It's Gill and Weinkammer. Shot in. Grayson Argovitz made the save, and Sun Devils unable to get it out here. Puck set up on the far wall, down low. Centering pass off the back of the net. Another quick shot and another centering pass went wide. Gilmore's got it now. He sends it all the way across. Could have iced it, chose not to, and now Windkammer's going to have to play it on the near side. Nice check. Puck rolls into the corner. Gill trying to get a stick on it behind the net. Locomotives have it. Windkammer throws his body around. Centering pass through the neutral, or through the middle. Couldn't get to neutral. Long shift here. Back to... We don't have the penalty up on the board, so at some point here it should be expiring soon. It's been well over a minute. Glimcher's still in the box. Centering pass, wrap around, saved by Argovitz, and finally sent all the way down by Neubauer. The clock keeper just signaled to Glimcher that his penalty's over. He races across, loose puck in front, Ishu. 5-on-5. It's Neubauer, Ishu, and Brandt, Rayhorn, and Strad. Bouncing puck picked up by the Locomotives through center. Rayhorn angles his man off. Played nice in the corner. Loose puck now Strad. Strad backhands it near side. Nobody there. Picked up by the Locomotives. 6:55 and rolling here in the third. Centering pass. And directed into the corner. Next goal is a big one for either team. Now Rayhorn. Rayhorn sends it up through the middle, just off the stick of Ishu. And now, bad pass there by Locomotive. Shot by Brent way too high off the glass and into the netting. Face off. Might have been tipped, so maybe it wasn't such a high shot by Brent. I believe it got tipped, so that'll keep the face off inside. To the left of Miskell, it's going to be Schaefer and Peck on the wing. So Hearn, number 16 at center, Weekly, and Schwab. Hearn wins it to Peck. Peck, Schwab, Weekly. Weekly shot wide all the way around. Schwab on the far side, chips it back down low to Corbin Schaefer. He's bumped along, spins out. He's getting some help from O'Hearn. Schwab bats it down in deeper. Now bouncing puck through the skates of Weekly, and Weekly's going to have to hustle back. It's a 2-on-2 down into the corner. Schwab, nice physical play. Pins it up against the yellow. Muscles his way out. Peck. Peck. Flip pass off the stick of Schaefer, who was getting hooked through center. Peck with a big hit in front of the Locomotive bench, caused a turnover, and Sun Devil bench likes that one. Locomotives centering pass out of their own zone. It's a 2-on-1 for the moment. 2 little guys for the Locomotives. That's a turnover, and Peck up to Schaefer off of his stick. Now the Locomotives quickly the other way, transition into the Sun Devils' end. Weekly plays them nice. A centering pass kicked into the corner. Couple players down, but Schwab's there. Backhands it to Curry. His stick was held up to Travis. Travis throws it in off the skate of O'Hearn. O'Hearn sends it down off the stick of this Travis. player for the Locomotive. He's quickly down in the corner. He's got a man out in front. He holds it around the near side. Quick shot, glove down and by Argovitz, and now an exit pass to Marbin. Marbin down the left side, Curry in the middle. Marbin in the corner. Curry comes in to help out. Now puck comes down the near side. Neubauer. Neubauer pressure with Curry, and centering pass is kicked around. Neubauer chips it over to Schaefer. Schaefer just sends it back around. Curry's going to get there first. Curry and Neubauer. Neubauer kicks it high. Hard shot by Weinkammer. It was loose in front. Marbin couldn't get a stick on it. Now sent back. Gill. Gill turns, sends it the other way to Marbin through his stick, and now Lafayette retreats into their own zone. Picked off by Curry and couldn't quite stay with it. Here comes Lafayette. Long shot in on net, wide off the back of the net behind Argovitz. Good hard pass out of the zone by Gill. Gill to Curry, Curry to Brandt. Curry goes for the line change. Brandt squeaks down the right side. He's all alone. He's hooked. No call. Off the bench comes Gilmore and Glimsher. Brandt on the forecheck, causes the turnover there. Glimsher back to Brandt. In front to Glimsher. Couldn't quite get the shot. A good give and go out of the corner with Glimsher and Brandt. And now that should be offsides. Nice poke check at the line by Gill. And we'll have a face-off outside the Sun Devil end with 3:31 to go here in the third period. Coach Coyne will stick with that forward line of Brandt, Gilmore, and Glimsher. Brandt goes forward with it, hands it over to the Locomotives. Gilmore backhands it to Brandt. Brandt makes a move, cuts inside, down into the right side corner. He's got Gilmore in front, holds up, sends it around the backside to Gilmore. Gilmore up top to Strad. Strad walks back down. Gilmore. AJ took a beating in front, and that drew a penalty, so Brandt was hit down. We'll have a delayed call. Locomotives touch up, and a big power play coming up here on the interference call to number 44, Snelling, for the Locomotives. So power play here with 3:03 to go. 1:30 should go up on the board on the interference call. Power play unit for the Sun Devils will keep Brandt out there. He'll have Vishu to his left in front of the net and Fitzgerald to his right. Rayhorn near side, number 8, and Stroud on the far side. AJ wins it back to Rayhorn. Rayhorn down low to Fitz. Fitz to Vishu, back Fitz, up top Rayhorn. Rayhorn walks to the center over to Stroud. Stroud shot in, blocked, and Ishu collects up the loose puck to Fitz. Fitz, Ishu. Centering pass, AJ off of his skate, got a shot off, it was blocked. Back up top, Fitzgerald to Rayhorn across, down low, now Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, kind of a shot pass in front. Ishu had his stick right there at the top of the crease, and it was covered up by Miskell. Kind of a little quick design play there to find that center slot shot, and Ishu was almost able to put it home for what would have been his second goal of the game, and a big one at that. 2-1 is our score, still 5-on-4 power play. Second power play unit comes out. O'Hearn in the middle, Curry left, Marbin on the right, Weekly and Schwab up top. O'Hearn goes forward with it, chases his man, takes the puck in the corner on his backhand, spins up the near side wall. Bounce pass up to Weekly. Weekly down low. O'Hearn, they play catch all the way across now to Schwab. Schwab shot in front. It got tipped, and Miskell was able to make the save. Puck comes out to center. Weekly. Far side, Schwab. Up to Curry. Curry makes a move over to Weekly. Weekly's going to bring it in himself. Leaves it for Marbin. Marbin backhands it down low to Weekly. 29 seconds left on the power play. Curry into the far corner. Reverses it to himself to Marbin. Marbin's got O'Hearn out front. If he can get it there, he can't. Weekly all the way across to Schwab. Schwab chips it down low into the corner, and the Locomotives send it all the way down, and Argovitz is going to come out of his net and try to corral it. Goes into the far corner. Weekly. 1:38 to go. 5 seconds left on the power play, and here comes Rory Weekly. Centering pass to Marbin. Marbin just sends it all the way around, and nobody there. So back to 5-on-5. Locomotives get their man back. And we're a minute 22 left to go. Sun Devils 2-1 lead here late in the third period, and there's a chance in on net, backhanded, and Argovitz got a pad out on it. He took out the near post in the process, and face-off will probably be inside as I believe Argovitz dislodged his own net. Locomotive's player able to squeak through a couple of the Sun Devils there. 1:14 left to go. Face-off. We'll see if any timeouts get called here. Miskel's out of the net, so it'll be a 6-on-5 for the Locomotives inside the Sun Devils' end. 6-on-5, Sun Devils have the 1-goal lead. Centering pass, and a good stick check there at Gilmore. There's I believe a matching call here. So 2 players are going to go to the box. It's going to be Gilmore. Nope, it's going to be Gill. Gill lost his stick in the process, but this will just be a matching call. So we should stay 5-on-5. And with Miskel out of the net for Lafayette, probably have a 6-on-5. Peter Senya, coach for the Locomotive, sends out one more player. Sun Devils switch him up here. Going with Brandt, Fitzgerald, and Winkhammer and Rayhorn on defense, and Ishu on the far left wing. Wink chips it up. Ishu, open net. Shot over the net. He was getting hooked in the process. Brandt sends it in and didn't quite get to Ishu. Was in front of the net there. Sun Devils trying to get that empty net goal and put this one away. A lot of movement up here by Travis, and Ishu is able to pick up the loose puck and with the empty net, throw it home. And that's a 3-1 lead here with 39.8 to go. Lucas Ishu with his second goal of the game. The empty netter. Miskel heads back into his net. And face off at center is going to be O'Hearn, Peck, and Schaefer. So a little more 5-on-5 here. 3-1 Sun Devils, and Locomotive's able to squeak through off the face-off, but nothing came of it. They send it back all the way into the corner. Rory Weekly with under 30 seconds to go. Backhands it up to Peck. Puck squeaks out to center. Snelling backhands it. Taken away by Peck. Slick Peck down in the corner. 15 seconds ago, he's ridden off the wall into the behind the net. Loose puck. Schaefer. Peck digging for it. O'Hearn. 5 seconds. And it's sent all the way back, and that'll do it. Weekly's just going to bring it back into his own zone. The horn sounds. Game 1's in the books, and it's a win for the Sun Devils. Start off the pool play with a 1-0 win over Lafayette Locomotives. We're back this afternoon for Game 2. Double check the time here. I believe it's 4:55. That might be tomorrow's game. It is 4:55 Mountain Time, so +1 from Arizona. 4:55 Mountain Time will be coming to you from the sports stable up in Superior, 10 or 15 miles up the road. I believe we're on the good rink, so we should have a good view here. Thanks to Jennifer Ishu on the video. And we'll be back at 4:55 local time here today for Game 2 versus the Gulf Coast Flames. Final score this morning, Game 1, Sun Devils 3, 2 goals by Lucas Ishu, Locomotives 1.